Let's wait for 2 to 3 minutes so that people can join, and then we'll start with the class and whatsoever we need to do today. So let me open the window. Yep, so this is what we have done till now. We have created multiple pages. You can see contact page, get help page, and we have created a home page, and we have created these components which are constant and which will stay the same. The left and the top will stay the same on any page whatsoever you are. So yeah, this is what we have done till now. So let's wait and then we'll proceed with the rest of it, guys. Yeah guys, good evening everyone. So before starting, any doubts from the previous lectures till now? Then we'll proceed further. But any doubts or anything you want to ask, any queries, you can. Yeah guys, good evening everyone. I can see people have started joining, so let's wait guys. Let's wait for a few more minutes and then we'll start, guys. So yeah guys, before starting, let me just give you a brief of what exactly we will be talking about. So guys, we will be working with or starting with something known as state management or data management in your application, which we have not covered yet. So this will be something new. And it is guys one of the very important things. So definitely you need to know it. And this is, you can say, the base of React, and this is what you will mostly do. So we will talk about data management, or also known as formally state management. Okay, that is what we'll talk about. So this is what we are going to discuss today. And there are two things mainly we'll discuss about. There is something known as state of a component, and there is something known as props of a component. So there is something known as state of component, and there is something known as props of a component. We'll discuss both of them and how they work, what they are, what they do. But these both things very important because you will be using them very frequently if you are creating an application with React. And very important to know how they work because these are the core functionalities of React as well. Good evening guys, good evening. So someone is asking something. So can we use links inside components? Example, about, and can we show this home component page? Guys, see, what you can do exactly inside React is, see, you cannot use anchor tags. First thing you need to remember, no anchor tags. So if you are ever thinking that anchor tags can be used, nope. You can never use anchor tags. The reason being, whenever you use an anchor tag, it will always refresh your page, guys, whenever you use it. So rather than that, whenever you want to create links which is directing you to your own website, so if you want to direct to any page on your own website, then you will use the link, which we link component, which we get from React Router DOM, which we talked about yesterday. So this is what you will use, as we are using React Router DOM. So that is what you will use. But if you want to create, let's say, an anchor tag which takes you to another page or another website, then it's fine. You can use anchor tag, guys. That won't matter. That won't be a problem. But only if you can use anchor tag if you want to deviate or direct yourself from one website to another which is not your. Okay, then it will work. But if you want to stay on your website, and if you want to basically use all the properties or work with exactly React, right, without loading the you can say React application, it is better to use links, guys. You will have to use links. There are other methods, but initially this is the one you need to know for now. So yeah guys, let me just recap what all things we are doing today, guys. And before that, let me just see the number of participants we have. Okay, so there are still people joining, no issues. Let's continue, guys. And let's not wait more. So guys, today we'll talk about one of the very important things, data management, or formerly known as state management. So this is what you will mostly do, because whenever you are creating an application, you are creating a website, it is all about data, guys. Definitely design definitely is important, everything is important, but at the final last point, it is all about content and what you are displaying on your website. And how you can manipulate it, how you can manage it. You can manage it and manipulate it with the help of state and props, guys. That is what you can use. What do you mean by moving within a component? I didn't get it. Can you move within a component? What does it mean? So guys, let's start with it, because there is one more topic, or basically something you can say in bonus I need to talk to you about, but we'll talk about that later after the class. So yeah, so what we'll do is we'll first start with states, because state is something which is much more easier to understand first, and then props we'll move to. So what is a state, guys? State is nothing but basically refers to that if you have a component, right? If let's say you have a component and the component is nothing but, let's say, home component. So this is your main page. Now what if in your main page you have some data which will stay the same and always stay the same, but at some point can change? Let's say ki in the home component you are showing, let's say, some content. Let's say I'm showing the number of live users who are present on my website, the number of users who are viewing my website, and I know that I'm showing it like this, plus 2000. So 2000 people and more than that are viewing my website at this point, and I know that it will change time to time on the basis of some functionality. Now guys, if you create a normal variable with the help of var keyword or const keyword, not a problem. You can create a constant variable, let's say constant count. You can create a count variable, right? Const count equals to 2000. You can create like this and you can use it as we used earlier. We can create a variable count and we can set it to 2000 and it will work. No problem. Both of them will work. You can even display them on your screen as we did with the help of curly braces and inside specifying the variable name, which is count. That will work. No problem. But is it good to use them? No. Because React has provided us with something known as predefined, or React has provided us with a solution so that you can update it in future if it is required. So at this point, updating it would basically take you back one step and you will have to do it with normal JavaScript. Okay, that is what you will do. You will try to do it with normal JavaScript or something different, but that is not React what React wants. It wants you to do it with the help of the functionalities it is already providing. Okay, so we will do it with something provided by React known as hooks, guys. Okay, there is something known as React hooks. That is what we'll be using for creating this functionality. And there is one hook. There are multiple hooks, guys. There are multiple, but the one we need to understand to basically create this data or store this data inside a component is something known as useState, guys. So we will use a component or a hook known as useState. Okay, it is nothing but a method, guys. Method is nothing but a function. So a function or a method, both are same, and this is the method we will use to store or basically create variables which are updatable, guys. Now I'll tell you why they are known as updatable variables, because at any point in your application you can update the data which you have saved inside them, and it is very easy, guys. It is made very easy. That is why they are made this way. Let's use them, guys. States are nothing. Those are placeholders to store some data. Okay, that is what state is. So let's do a practical, guys. What we'll do is this page is already cluttered. Okay, let's do it at the bottom. No issue. So we will be at the home page. So we need to go to home page component. So which will go into page home. And here we will use that functionality, or we'll use that hook which we were talking about. Now guys, we need to import that hook. And where can we import it from? We can simply import that hook from React, because it is a part of React. As I said, it is provided by React, so we can import it. Now guys, now you will understand the difference between the exports, guys. So I told you, you can export in multiple different ways. The one which we always talked about is export default, and then let's say React. Okay, this was one of the things you can export, like export default, and there is something known as export, and then you can specify here you can say name, let's say React, like this, or you can specify it like this on the basis of whatever you are doing. So now guys, what is the difference? Because very important, you need to know it, because I am going to write some code here and it might confuse you. Now guys, if you are exporting a component like this, then this is the way you import it. Okay, but we also saw that if a component is exported a little differently, then we used to import it like in curly braces. It means that it was not exported defaultly, that is why we imported it in curly braces. But guys, now we can basically understand a new factor, that a single component, basically a single file, a single JSX file can store or hold more than one components as well. It is possible to create a component similar to which we created home at the bottom of it. So if I just copy this component, let's say this is my component, right, home, and if I just copy it and I paste it at the bottom, and I just change the name from home to, let's say, details, it should be fine, no problem. You can see I've successfully created 2 of them, and that should work without a problem. It definitely won't show on the screen, but yes, you can create multiple components, guys. And whenever you're creating multiple components, you need to remember that you can export only one component as a default. Okay, you can say primary component can only be one, and that will be the default component. So you have exported default as home. So when you're importing it, you will import it like this. But whichsoever component is not exported as default, you will import it with curly braces like this. So React was exported as a primary component from the React package. That is why we imported like this. But if React package also has some other packages which are not exported as default, we can still import them, and we will import them like this in curly braces. Okay, so I can just say I want the main package, which is React, and I want some other packages which are not defaultly exported, and that is useState. Okay, I want a useState method which is not defaultly exported, but yes, it is a part of React package. Okay, so this is now clear how this works. Okay, this is a default package, and this is another package which was not exported defaultly, and we are trying to use that useState. Okay, and this can be used to create variables, and guys, that variable can store any data. It can store number, it can store strings, it can store arrays, it can store objects. Okay, it can store a lot of different things, and I told you that whenever we are writing JavaScript, we will write them here after the function starting and before the return statement. So we'll write our all JavaScript here. So let's write it, let's create it. So how do we create a, you can say, component, or you can say a variable or something, or a state to store data? You simply say const. You'll have to create that, and then we will say the variable name. Okay, let's say the variable name is number. Let's say number, and that will be equal to the useState, guys. Okay, let's say, yeah guys, one more thing. So let's create first, let me just tell you this, useState, and then inside the useState we can write like this. Now guys, this can work, but there is a little different syntax of writing it. Okay, this should be with the help of like this, number, and that is it, guys. What exactly did I do? Basically what I did is I created a variable known as number. I know I created boxed brackets outside this, but there is a reason. I created a constant known as number, and it can store some value. By default, what do you have inside it? Nothing, guys. I don't have any value inside it. So how can you put a default value? I can say 0. Now what does it mean? It simply means that I have created a variable with the help of useState which contains a number 0. By default, it will contain a value 0. So let's check it out. Let's throw it and basically display it on the screen. So what we'll do, we will create, let's say, h1. Okay, and inside that h1, we know that if you want to display a variable, what do? We display the variable with the help of curly brackets, and inside it the constant name, which is number. So I can say this, I can go back, I can refresh, and I will see a big 0 written here. Yes, you can see here 0. So it is working. A state variable has been created with the help of useState. Guys, this is just totally practice, guys. So someone asked how to know if a variable is exported, you can say defaultly or not. Guys, it is totally on how frequently you work with it. So I have worked with the packages, so I know which is exported defaultly and which is not. Okay. When you work with the documentations, you will frequently get to know, because you will refer to documentations a lot of times when you're working with packages. And that is how you get to know that which package is to be imported how. So now guys, no guys, we do not need to export useState from anywhere. So guys, yes. So here we have created this variable, and you can see the variable is also accessible. Now let me just change the value. Let's say I'm changing it to 4. So this should be now by default showing 4. And you can see, yes, it is my default variable which can be updated. You can see here. But what if I want to create something, or I want to create some functionality which says that I will have a button at the bottom, and whenever I click on that button, I want 1 to be added to this number. So I would have 0 initially, and whenever I click on that button, I want this state or this data to change on the basis of my clicking property or whatever I'm doing. So can it be done? Yes. Till now I just only had this property inside this box. This is how the syntax is. But with this you can also have another thing, and that is known as a relating function. Okay, so this variable represents the data which you are storing, or the variable in which the data is being stored. And the second thing which I'll write here, which is set number. Okay guys, and this is the syntax guys. This is how it is preferred to write. So if you are setting number, if you are saying my variable name is number, then your function which you are creating with it should be set number. If you are creating a variable known as name, then the variable with the function with it should be set name. Okay, this is a not compulsion. You can write it whatever you want here, but it is quite easier to do. Why or what does it do exactly? Let's understand guys, because people get quite confused here. So guys, with the help of useState, now you have in a single line created two things. This is my variable. Okay, this is my variable which can store data. Okay, it stores data. That is what you have created in a single line. And what is this? This is a function guys. This is nothing but a function. Okay, and now this function has, you can say, power to update this variable at any point. Okay, in any point or in throughout your code, you can write anywhere this function. You can call this function and you can simply update the value which is stored here. So in the function, you can say that whenever a user clicks on this button, I want to change or update the value, I want to add +1 to it, and that is possible guys. So this is a function which can update the value. So this is a function which can update value, whatever you're storing guys, whatever. If it is a string, if it is something else, you can update it. Okay, this is a function. The second thing is a function, and the first thing is the number which is storing the data. Okay, so let's do it. Yeah guys, getter and setter, exactly in encapsulation. Yes. So let's do it guys. So how do you use it? Simple. So whenever you call it, it will simply update it. How do you do it? Let me just show you here in an example. You don't do it here. Let's simply say you want to update the number, and you want to update the number to, let's say, 2. So you'll simply write set number function. This is how you'll write it, set number, and then you will specify here the value you want it to be updated to. Let's say 2, and that's it guys. You have updated from 0 to 2. That is what you will write, and it will get updated. Okay, that is what will happen. So let's use it. So guys, if you have ever worked with JavaScript, you will know there are you can say event selectors. So at any point in your code, let's say we create a button. Okay, let's say first we create a button, and we close that button, and inside that button we say add 1 and save it, and now go back and refresh. So now we should have a 0 and at the bottom add 1. Let me just zoom in. You can see 0 and at the bottom we have a button. Add 1. Okay. Yeah guys, I know. We know that constants can't be updated. Okay. I know that sounds a little weird, but yes, this one can be updated, guys. This is not just a constant, guys. This is a little different. It acts a little differently. Okay. It seems to be a constant, but no, it is not exactly one. It is a little different. Okay, guys. So you have to remember that. So now what we did, we created a button, but now nothing is happening. It is not updating, and that is fine. It is not updating, and that is not a problem. Now how can we make it update? So guys, inside React, by default, we have elements. Okay, element selectors. So if I want this button, if I want, whenever I click on it, event handler. These are known as event handlers. So on click event handler. I want that whenever I click on it, on click, I want to do something. That can be done, guys. How? I can use on click handler. On click. You can see this is something you can use. This is known as an event handler. Okay. And now you can specify here whatever you want to do. You can call a function, you can write some JavaScript. But as we know that JavaScript inside HTML or inside the return statement can only be written inside curly braces. So I'll have to specify curly braces like this. And that's it, guys. I can write here JavaScript now. So let's say I want to call this function. Can I? Yes. I can call set number. And I can simply say, let's say update it to 2. For now, I'm just updating it to 2. If I refresh it, yep, you can get an error, right? You're getting an error, and let me just show you what exactly the error you're getting. Okay, this is very important, and this mistakes people make a lot of times. So I did everything right. You can see I'm not getting any errors. I'm not getting any red markings, yellow markings, anything. So what is the problem? The only problem is, guys, it says too many re-renders. What it means that it simply means that when you wrote this code, when you just simply wrote this code, it's made your application go into an infinite loop. Just this single line of code here made your application crash. And why is that? Let me just tell you. Very important to know. And you can do this mistake number of times. So what did I write here? I simply wrote that set number equals to 2. So directly writing this set number equal to 2, what did it do? It says on click. I definitely wrote a property on click, right? And I said whenever I click on it, then run this line of code. That is what it means. But whenever you wrote or whatever you wrote inside it does not defy that. Why? Because you simply called a function. You directly called a function inside it. So you wrote ki whenever it is being clicked, do this. But even before clicking it, it will first get implemented once, guys. It will get implemented once. Why? Because you directly called it. Rather than doing this, first you should have made an unnamed function, guys. Okay, we should have made an unnamed function like this, and inside it we should have written set number. And if we wrote this way, then we should not have got any problem. Why? Because now whenever the user clicks on it, then only this function gets called. But in this line of code, even though the user was not clicking on it, then also this function was getting called automatically because you're directly calling it without making an unnamed function. That is one of the problems. And guys, it forms a loop. It updates it, then it re-renders it. Okay, so it made an update. Okay, it made an update to 2. Then it refreshed it. So whenever there is a change in the state, so there was some change in the state. So what happens is your component, whichever component it is, gets updated. So let's say ki we created a constant here. At the top we created a constant, we created a constant known as number. If it finds that in any point that this number has updated, then it will simply reload this page or reload this component. Okay, only this component wheresoever update is made. Then again it automatically called the function. Then again this page reloaded. Then again it automatically called the function. Then again this page reloaded. So it became a loop. Okay, it eventually became a loop, and that was a problem. That is why you got this error, that it too many re-renders. It was rendering itself, it was loading itself too many times. How to resolve it? Simply make a unnamed function like this, and it should be equal to. And that's it, guys. That is the solution. You go here, refresh your page, and now you don't have any problem. You can see everything is working fine. And now you are able to update it, guys. Whenever you will click on this button, it should be updated to 2. Okay, so let's see. Let me just click on it. You will see automatically it will be updated to 2. You can see update 2. But now if I click on it, you would see nothing would happen. Click. Nothing. Why is that? Because I have updated it once to 2. And what it does is, first it says that before doing this code or before anything or updating anything, it'll simply say that first check the number. Okay. If the number is already 2, and if I'm saying this, it will first compare that it is already 2. Do I need to still change it? Because the property is same or the values are same. Do I need to still reload the page? Nope. So if it finds that the data is, you can say, same, duplicate, and I really don't need to run this function, it won't, guys. So you can see there was no change and there was no update in the data. Okay. So if it requires, then only it will load the page. If it does not, it won't. So that is why it was running only only one time. Okay, you can see no change happening. But what if I want to increment it one by one? So let's say it was at 0. If I click once, then I want to add 1, then again add 1, again add 1. How can I do that? I can simply do it a little bit differently. I can say that first get my current value. So what exactly stores my current value? The number field, right? So number field stores my current value, which is 0. Now add 1 into it. And that's it, guys. That is it. What will happen when you first click on this button? It will say number equals to 0 plus 1, which is 1. And it will update it to 1. Now next time when you will click on this button, now my updated value for number is 1. Now again it will add 1 to it. It will be 2. And that will be stored in this number. Now again when you click on it, it will be 2 plus 1, and that's on. So now this number should work, or this button should work exactly the way we want it. So whenever you click on it, you should see it updating by 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. And you can see it works perfectly fine. But one thing to remember, guys, that state, your data or whatever you are creating here only stays till the point your page or your application is not reloaded. Okay, so at this point I have not refreshed my page, but carefully look what happens. If I refresh the page, it resets to 0, guys. It will reset itself. The component would reset itself to 0, the default value, which is 0. And then you can again do it. But it will always refresh or reset itself whenever you're loading the page. Okay, that is one thing you need to remember, and this is how you create states and you can update them. Now guys, one thing I want to show you. You can also create a lot of complex stuff with it. Let's say rather than storing a number, I want to store a Boolean value, which is true or false. I can do that. I can say true, or let's say by default it will be false. Okay, I want to say false. And what I can do here, I can, rather than number, I can say toggle. And I can say set toggle. So toggle is nothing but toggle basically means that you can switch it on off. Okay, so I'm saying that this value can be either true or false, a Boolean property. Okay, and now what I can do, I can just say here, let's say this paragraph. Okay, I'm just applying some property on this paragraph. I can hide and unhide this paragraph, guys. What I can do is pretty simple. I can simply in this button, I can apply a property to it which makes it like a switch. So what I'll do, I will hide and unhide this paragraph whenever I click on this button. Okay, very useful, very easy to do. What I can do, I can simply make a curly braces, right? And first I'll have to do here something here. Firstly, this is not set number now, this should be set toggle. And what I want to do is simply very different. I will say not, and I will say toggle. What did I write here? Firstly, let me explain. I'm simply saying that whenever the user clicks on this button, just set the toggle to the opposite of whatever it is now. So it at this point is false. So whenever you click on this button, it will be converted to true. If it is true, whenever you click on this button, it will be converted to false. Why and how? It is using a not operator, guys. This is known as a not operator, and it converts it to the opposite of it. So false to true, true to false. And now what I can do, I can say that if toggle, then only, and then show this paragraph. And this should be toggle, double G. And that's it, guys. That is it. That is it. Now I'll explain you what this did, but let me just show you first. So if I refresh, you will not see initially the paragraph. The paragraph is hidden. Why is that? Because by default I've made it false, which means hidden. But now at the time I click on this button, you will see that it automatically appears. You can see it is now visible. I click on it, it is now invisible. I click on it, it is now visible. How is this happening, guys? It is very simple. You just simply set toggle, and with that you set another property, guys. These are nothing. This is a not operator, and this is a and operator, and operator, double and. This means opposite, and this means if both the properties satisfy. It means if this is true and if this paragraph is true, then only show this paragraph. What does it mean? It means that if toggle property is true, then display this paragraph. If toggle property is false and this property is also false, then don't display it. Okay. So and operators are basically like this. Let me just show you. It is quite confusing, guys. So let me just create it like this. And operator simply says that, let's say you have a variable A, you have a variable B, and you simply apply a and operator between it. Then what are the different outputs you can get? Okay. If you say A variable is true and B variable is false. A variable is true and B variable is also true. A variable is false and B variable is, let's say, false, and A variable is false and B variable is true. So these are the all possible combinations you can get. Okay. True, false, true, true, false, true, and false, true. Okay. False, false, and false, true. Okay. Now these are the different possible combinations you can get. Now and operator simply says both of the, you can say, properties needs to be satisfied so that it can be true. So it means only this property where both of the conditions are true, you will get an output as true. For all other conditions, you will get false. And it is pretty simple, guys. Even by the sentence, you can make it. This and this. If both are true, then only I would output true. If any one of them is false, I would simply output false. Okay, guys, got the and operator and how it works. Very important, guys. Yes, guys, tell me fast, then we'll proceed. Got to know how and operator works? Let me just show it to you again. Yes, guys. Okay, great. Now, guys, one more operator you will also use. There is known as parallel operator. Okay, this is one of the operators you can also use. This means or. This or this. So if you are using a parallel operator here, so let me just remove it. Rather than using this, if you are using a parallel operator, means this or this. That is the property, or that is the thing you will do here. Okay. So or operator simply means either one of the conditions needs to be true and I'm good to go. So what does it mean? It simply means if one of them is true, I am true. This or this. Both are true, then no problem. Good for me. If one of the both of them are false, then I'm false. And if both of them or any one of them is true, I am true. So that is what or means. Okay, or, not and, but or. This is how what exactly the output you will get if you use or operator. So on the basis of what you want to use in your application, what exactly you are doing, you can vary between them. So what did I do here? Let me just show you what did I did. in the component or in the page home. I simply said that this guys, this paragraph would always stay true. Okay. So this paragraph, when I wrote inside here, it will always represent true. So what did it say? It simply means that my only property which can vary this is my first property. My second property is always true. That is what it means. Yeah, these are logic gates, guys. It is exactly the logic gate only. This is not different. So basically this is what exactly this thing represents. Okay. It says by second paragraph property or whatever you write. So whatsoever HTML you write here, guys, it will always represent true. So which is the governing one? The first property is governing one because it can vary. It can be either true or false. So if it is true, then I will show this. If it is false, then I won't show it. Okay, this is how it works. So if the property by default was false, then I would hide this component. I won't show this. So I would hide this paragraph. If this property somehow was created to true, then I will show this paragraph. Okay, very simple. And now guys, if you try to do it with normal JS, you would find out it is a headache, guys. If you even want to create this hide property, it will be a headache. Okay. So yeah, this is one of the beauties, and this is how you basically manage things or state inside React. Now guys, any doubts? We'll stop here, guys. I have something to discuss with you, and I will just stop it here because this is something you need to practice once, and then you will get to understand it well. Okay, great. So guys, this is how states work. One few things you will need to remember, that state always refreshes. Okay, whenever the refresh happens, state is reset to the default. Okay, that is one thing you need to remember. You need to use useState, which you import from React, and it is not exported defaultly. So this is how you import it. Okay, that is one thing you need to remember. First one is a variable which stores the data, and the second one is nothing but a function that can update that data. These are some things you need to remember. And useState is something which is directly provided by React, guys. So it is fully maintained. Okay, you cannot expect to have errors. Whether if you simply write some JavaScript code normal, there are potential errors possible because you are making it on your own. Okay, but this is something provided directly by React. So it is less buggy, you can say. And yeah, one more thing you need to remember, that please use here arrow functions. Don't directly call it or don't directly call the function. It will give you a infinite loop. Please call it like this. Okay, and that would work. And if you don't want to use like this, you can even create it like this, and that should work. Not here, sorry. You can even create a function like this. Yup. I don't think that should give you any problem. Or should it? Nope, guys. You can see here, no problem. It will still work. It should still work. Even if you create a function like this. Okay. Without a problem. You can see. Yup. So, yeah, you just need to use an unnamed function. One thing you need to remember. Now, guys, this is it. This is what for what we will discuss today. Because tomorrow we will be discussing about props, guys. Okay. And that is also one of the important things. No, guys, you don't need to write any code for toggle methods. That is why React is different. Earlier, you would first say window.selectElement by ID. You will get the particular button. Then you will say on click, or you can say you will say the click function. So whenever it is clicked, then you will write some code. No, that is not required. It is simply replaced by an attribute. Okay, it is simply replaced by an attribute. You can say one click simply understands that whenever you're talking about one click or on click, you're talking about the click event. Okay, you're talking about the click event. And there are many events, guys, on. And you can see these are the number of different events you can have. On mouse over. So whenever I hover a mouse over something. Or on load. On key press. There are a lot of them, guys. Okay. But on-click is one of the general ones you would mostly use. So that is why I told you this. This is the only thing you need to write to understand that this is how on-click works. This is an event listener, you can say, guys, similar to what you used to do inside JavaScript. Guys, I have something additional to tell you. That is why. Okay. We are going to talk about something. Okay. So, guys, a lot of you requested me to do a review on DevTown. And basically that is what we are going to talk about. So I got frequent requests and they asked me to just talk about what all things you offer in the training and internship program which you offer. Okay. So that is what we are going to talk about it. And at the final, I'll also provide you with the attendance link for today, guys. So guys, this is our real website. If you have never visited it, you can definitely. It is devtown.com. I'll just simply put it in the description, right? And I will pin it at the top. So if you want to, you can just simultaneously visit it and you can check out all the courses we have. At this point, we offer 2 of the courses. And one of them is full stack web development, which we are doing. So we are studying a topic of full stack web development. And there is one more, which is data science and industrial training program. So these are the 2 which we offer currently. Both of them are 11 weeks, guys. And both of them are highly extensive, guys, because you will be learning a lot of things there. Okay. So don't take it at the point until and unless you are ready for learning something, because you will be writing a lot of code. Okay. And you can see they are extensively project based. It is industry based. Okay. So they have many projects inside it. If you are taking a data science course, you will be making 30 different projects. If you are taking full stack course, you will be making 7 different web related projects, guys. If you want to know all the details, any details where our students have been placed and anything, you can check it out on the main website. No, guys, it is not free. So you can see all the details wherever students have been placed and all the details about them and what all things we offer, right? And these are the courses and all the details about them. You can view them here. Now, guys, let's just talk about the full stack developer track as we will, or basically that is what we are talking about. So you can see this is the next batch. Our next batch is starting in 1 day. You can see here our next batch is starting in approximately 1 day, 6 hours. Okay. And the enrollments are ready for them. And there are a lot of things we talk about here, guys. Okay. So what all things you will get, you can simply enroll for it if you are interested in. You can see this is our upcoming batch when it is starting. All the classes, guys, whichever you will take, these are live classes. Okay. 2 hours of classes you have every single day. 1 hour of live class, 1.5 hour of live class. And on the basis of how many doubts you ask, you also have a doubt class every single day after the live class. It will be approximately around 6, 7, 8, something of that sort. Okay. Every day you have classes until and unless it is a gazetted holiday or it is a Sunday. Okay. And you can ask whatever you want to in the classes, even ask or directly message them, DM them. And you can resolve your doubts. You have a community and everything present. Now, guys, there is a lot of things, guys. And one of the reasons why you should take it if you are really interested in learning something. So if you are engineers or if you even are from any other background, one of the things, you do not really need to be a programmer to learn full stack web development. One of the things, anyone can do it. Secondly, you have extensive amount of jobs, guys. And this is a market which will never end, guys. There is no point when AI would be able to replace developers. I can give you the guarantee. Not till now. Okay. So, yeah. Very much requirement of developers in every single field. That is the reason. Every business you have always has an online website. So, yes, requirements are there. Good developers, good requirements are always present for them. Secondly, if you might be familiar that whichever course you are taking, whatsoever you are studying, there are always major and minor projects you need to submit related to that course. It is made a compulsion, guys, for every single one of you. Okay, your colleges would have them. If you are not have that yet, you will have them in future, that you will have to make a minor project and a major project related to whatsoever industry you are working on or you are studying on. Okay. And if you just start that just 2 days before the submission, that will be a problem. And if you have made a good industry based project, that is what we want to give you, guys. Okay. So what you will do is, with us we will create a lot of extensive projects, and those will be totally industry based. I'll tell you what all projects we'll make, what all syllabus and what all things you will learn if you want to really enroll for it. And yeah, these all things you will learn, and it is not like I will be telling you and you will be just blindly copying it. Nope, you will be submitting assignments, you will be doing a lot of things. Okay, so let me just show you the syllabus and what all things you will be covering. Okay, so this is the full stack web development track, and these are all the things you will be covering. Okay, overview and everything. You will also cover, guys, DSA. As I told you that DSA is a very important part, and you cannot land a job until and unless you know DSA. So you will also be getting data structures and algorithm. You will also study about that with the help of C++. Okay, so that is also what you will do. You will have 5 days of live classes and everything. You will get everything, mentorship and everything. And one more thing, guys, you also get 2 years of interview preparation and training and placement. Okay, you also get placements, guys, from our side for the next 2 years. Let's say that you are in the first year and you take the course. We know that you will complete the course in 3 months, guys. It is of 3 months max to max. And I know that after the first year also, even if you are in first year, I don't require placement at that instance of time. Definitely I don't require it. So what will I do for the next 2 years? No need to take that. Okay, so it is optional, guys. You can exceed it. Let's say you take it in first year, you take your course in first year, you can say that I would take my training and placement, so I will go get or sit for the placement only in the last 2 years of my college. And you can do that, you can opt for that. And in the last 2 years of college, you can sit for the placements with us as well. We will share all your profiles, resumes, everything. We will prepare you for that, and we'll share them with our you can say companies which we have tie-ups with, and everything which is possible from our side. And definitely, guys, you will get placed if you are good at it. Okay, so we also offer placement and everything related to that. But for the next 2 years after the completion of the program, you'll get proper certification, and if you're good enough, you will also get a letter of recommendation, guys. There are some priorities for it, but yes, if you're good enough, you will definitely get that as well. Now, what all things? These are all the mentors, guys. You can look at them. Some of them are placed at very good places. Some of them have very good experience. CodeChef, Google, Amazon, Google Summer of Code. So there are a lot of them, guys. These are all the mentors, and these are the people who you will be basically you will be taught from. And I'm also one of them. Okay, I'll also teach you if you basically are in my batch, definitely. So data structures, this is the first topic, and it will be extensively given to you. You will see through it, and you will basically learn these all things, what all data structures are: arrays, searching, sorting, matrix, hashes. There are a lot of things, guys. Okay, then we have web development fundamentals. Okay, in this, what all things you will be learning? You will be learning HTTP protocols, HTML, CSS, GitHub, Git, grid boxes, responsive design, a lot of things, guys. Let's move. So tech stacks, what all things you will learn in technology? You will learn HTML, you will learn JavaScript, you will learn GitHub, you will learn Bootstrap, you will learn Tailwind, you will learn CSS. And at the bottom, the second topics, then what you will do? You will do front end and development with React. Then comes the next topic where you will learn React, you will learn Redux, you will learn Sass, and you will learn Webpack. Then you will learn backend, guys. So you will be a full stack developer. You will know how to create servers, how to create UI. Both of them you would know. Then we will go back to backend. We'll understand and study Node.js, Express, MongoDB, and APIs, how you create them. And then the last topic, guys, most of the courses which you would ever take, guys, will end up here. But this is not enough, guys. That is why we added one more section, which was requirement, guys, for any full stack developer. You cannot call yourself a full stack developer until and unless you know how to scale your application. You just don't need to just create application and forget it. You just also need to scale it on the basis of the user input. What if on a sudden day you get 1000 users on your website? Your website will simply crash if it cannot maintain it. There is what DevOps comes into place. Development and operations. This is where you understand the complexity of your system, how you can scale it so that multiple people, 1000 people, 2000, million people can use it, and how you do it. This is all what DevOps means. You will also learn that. You will learn Docker. you will learn containerization, and you will learn Kubernetes. These are the main three things which are related to DevOps you will learn. And then guys, projects. What all projects you will build? You will build a Book My Show clone. So if you have ever seen the Book My Show website where you can book tickets for your, you can say, visits to the movie theater, you can, we will build that fully. We will build a Zomato front end. Okay, we'll build a Zomato front end. So the UI of the Zomato, we'll build that. After that, we'll build a book management API. This is a backend related project, fully backend. Then we'll build Zomato backend. First, you will build front end, then you will also build the backend. Then you will build a task management API. This will have both front end and backend with basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You'll have a personal portfolio. And yeah, these are the all things. And guys, Zomato will be your major project. Book My Show will be your major project. Why? Because you will be using both front end and back end. And this is the amount, guys, you pay. Okay, this is what you will pay if you want to register for you can say the course. This is what the amount is. Okay, guys, 6,999. It is a discount offer at this point, and it will definitely increase. Okay, so if you are interested, definitely you can contact me if you have any doubts, and yeah, we can talk about it. But yes, you can definitely register for it, guys. And if you're thinking that you need to pay the whole fees at once, no guys, you have EMI options, no cost EMI options, so you can pay it on monthly basis. It is broken down into 12 months, guys. You can pay 1 month basis. Okay, you can complete it in 1 year, so that is also possible. Okay, but you will definitely have to pay it fully. But yes, you can break it down if you want to ease it out. That is also possible. You can look into all the syllabus and everything, guys, whatsoever you are interested in. So guys, you can look through it, all the instructors and everything, and about the course, what all things you will learn. Let me just show you how many hours of course it is. Okay, so you will learn 100 hours of data structures you will do. Okay, then you have web development fundamentals, which includes these all topics, which is of 15 hours. Then front end basics with React, which is of 33 hours. Backend, which is of 33 hours. And then you have deployment, cloud, and Kubernetes. So you also learn AWS, guys. We will deploy our final Zomato project on AWS. So 33 hours of DevOps and deployment. And this is all including the taxes and everything, guys. So if you want to enroll, if you want to look into it, definitely look into the website. You can go through it. You can get into all the details and everything about it. And yeah, guys. So if you are asking about the 2 years of, you can say, placement drives which we offer, it will be basically in a way that first you will complete your projects and everything, right? Firstly, initially, for example, if you are in the last year or if you are in the final year, then it is good for you. Because if you are just ending your preparation, or if you are just ending or preparing for the interviews, then it is well and good. You simply complete your 3 months of program and then you directly set for the interviews and everything. We have made tie-ups with different companies, guys. We can directly interview you, or we can directly set you up with the interviewer, and therefore definitely you'll go through all the rounds. There will be everything happening like a normal employee, or whatsoever things you need to do in the interview. But yes, it will be, let's say, you can be less easy. Sorry, it will be more easier for you guys. Why? Because you will have proper guidance related to it. No guys, we at this point we do not have a dedicated front end. Okay, we have full stack at this point. We do not have just dedicated front end. We'll definitely make a course for that if we get more requirements. But yeah, people like to go with basically both, because guys, even if you want to learn front end, you will still need to have some basic knowledge of the back end. That would be required, guys. Okay, you cannot just simply go with it, because if your work is front end, you will also be doing the work of connections. Okay, you will not just be doing UI designing. You will also be sometimes responsible for connecting your database and the front end, and definitely you will need to have some knowledge about it. So that you will definitely have to consider. Yeah guys, you will be learning from scratch. You will be learning from scratch HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then move one step ahead. That is how you will go. You will start from the basics, guys. JavaScript also will be from the basics. Guys, you are provided with 10 different certifications. Okay, it is not just a single certificate. There are a mix of 10 certificates which define you and how you actually worked on it. Okay, there will be 10 different certificates you will be provided with, and on the top of it, if you are good enough, you will also be provided with a LOR, letter of recommendation, and you can also be provided with an internship on the basis of your performance. Guys, it is for everyone. Even if you are in first year or second year, does not matter, because I said that the 2 years of placement which you get is, you can say, extendable. If you don't want it now, you can extend it for the last year. Let's say you are in second year, you complete your program in the second year, you have third and fourth year, right? And maybe you start for preparing for interviews in, let's say, third year in between. Then definitely you can start your placement in third year in between till the fourth year. You can say 4.5 years. So definitely you will get 2 years completely, and you can just shift it according to when you are, you can say, finding yourself comfortable enough to sit for the placements. So that 2 years of, you can say, gap can be, you can say, increased, or you can say deviated on the basis of whatever your requirements are. Okay, so that you can look into. Guys, if you are actually looking for the previous videos, right, and where I can find these videos, simply go to the DevTown's official page and just look into it. You will find a playlist. In the playlist sections, you will find the latest playlist, which will be known as Getting Started with React, and it will be marked with January. Okay, January 2022. That is the playlist which contains all the videos which we have made till now. Okay, so whatever we have covered till now, day 5. Sorry, it is day 5, right? Or day 6 today? Okay, yeah, day 6. So all of them are included in that. Yeah, guys, international students can also enroll. One more thing, guys. There is a little bit of confusion which people get. So if you are interested and if you want to go with the EMI option, then let me just tell you where you can find the EMI option. Simply go for enroll now. Select the batch you want to enroll in. Right, let me just fill these details. Let me fill just random details for now, guys. I just want to show you how it will be happening. So let me just enter it. Let me just click on continue. Okay, we have gaps, guys. Let me just enter the number properly, or it will give me errors. So yeah, if I continue, I would get to the payment gateway, guys. And then at the bottom, you will get this EMI option, guys. You have different EMI options and everything. You can simply go to the EMI option and you can select for the payment and how you want to do it. Okay. So let me go to the EMI option, and yeah, guys, this is how you can pay for it. Okay. And it will be divided, guys. So if the value is 6,999, it will be divided into 12 days, and that is how you will be paying it. You will still have to pay the full fees, but it will be divided into 12 months. That is how you pay, and it is no cost, guys. No cost EMI. It means no extra charges. So yeah, guys. So attendance. Let me give you the attendance as well, guys. Let me just copy this link, guys, and paste it here. So guys, this is the attendance link for today. So please take a screenshot and fill it. Guys, if you are from Sri Lanka or anywhere outside, you will be making an international transaction, guys. So please look into the conversions. Let me just do one thing, guys. I think you cannot see the full one. Sorry, guys. I think you cannot see the full URL. That is the problem. Yeah, guys. Now you can take a screenshot, guys. Sorry for that. Now it should be visible. I got it, guys. It is not full. Please take a screenshot and then try. And please let me know if you are successfully able to fill it. Okay. Just let me know, few of you, so that I get to know that yeah, it is valid and everything is working. And yeah guys, I'll also share with you my contact details, right? So if any one of you wants to basically know more about anything, I'll also be sharing you the project link and everything in all the groups. So if you want to if you have any doubts, you want to ask anything related to the project as well, you can directly ping me. Don't call me guys, I won't be able to pick your calls because I'm having practicals at this point. So yeah, practical exams and a lot of stuff going on, so I won't be able to pick your calls, but yes, I'll definitely try to message you or get your query through. So yeah, it can be anything related to the course or related to what we have done till now or related to the project, whatsoever you want to know. Okay, let me just write it down. So guys, this is my contact details. It has been pinned at the top. So yes. Link open nahi ho raha. Let me just check guys. Just give me a sec. Yeah guys, it is opening. You can see I have opened the link. Just check guys once. Okay, and I'll also recheck from my side. Okay guys, it is perfectly working. Please check. Okay, I'll just paste it again. No issues. This is the link. Please take a screenshot as soon as possible because I will just close it after 5 seconds. Okay. Guys, so first you will send the basically complete a project. So tomorrow is the last day. After that, you have 1 week of time in which you need to submit your project. After that 1 week, it will take max to max 1 week more for your certificates to reach out to you. Okay, so you can say 2 weeks max to max, and you will receive all your certificates. You can say you will receive 2 of them. One of them would be the completion of the bootcamp, and one of them for completing the project and certificate. Okay, so you will receive 2 certificates. Guys, till now what we have done, you can see we have let me just show you guys. So what all things we have learned about, guys. Let me just brief you the topics which you need to include. So we have learned about routing, guys, how you can create. What is this? Okay, just give me a sec, guys. So we have learned about routing. I'll just list out the things you need to include in your project, right, so that it is easier for you to do. So we have learned about states. First thing we have learned about is states, right? We will tomorrow learn about props. That is, these are the 2 functionalities you need to have in your application. You need to also have something known as router, or basically pages. You need to create multiple pages. You need to create components. Okay, these are the functionalities I want you guys to have in it. Okay, now it is on you whatever project you want to create. Okay. So it is on you whatever project you create. If you want some reference that what all things I should create, if you want my preference, I would say that first create a professional portfolio, guys. If you have never had a professional portfolio, if you have never created a complete professional portfolio, I would prefer the first thing you should do is to create a portfolio for yourself. Okay, to represent, because you are a web developer, and if you can't create a portfolio for yourself, God help you guys. Okay, so portfolio, the first thing you should do. This should be a first project. Then the second project should be something related to a guided project. So see, there are a lot of different options, guys. Select any guided project, build a Netflix clone. There are a lot of them. Netflix clone. There is Discord clone. There is WhatsApp clone. There are a lot of them. Instagram clone. Build any one of them. Just build a guided project with guidance of someone. Then after building few of the guided projects, then I think you should jump on to the last one, which is your own personal project. Think of a problem. Think of a problem statement you think you can resolve, or think of something you want to do, and just create a project out of it. It can be anything. You think that I can create a better e-commerce website than anyone's? Create an e-commerce website. You think that I can create a portfolio with a CMS. If you don't know what CMS is, CMS means content management system. Okay. If you think that you can improve your portfolio after getting some additional knowledge, do that. And guys, I would prefer that you first create a default, you can say a portfolio, and then after learning CMS and you can say backend related stuff, add a CMS to it. What is CMS, guys? CMS is content management system. Okay. So if you have ever seen a website, right? If you have ever seen Amazon, and you can see Amazon you have multiple products. अब वो automatically, they don't just you can say automatically are not generated, right? They are not generated randomly. These products are put up by some people, right? And how do they put it? They put it through dashboard. So CMS will mean a managing system where you can manage the content of your page. That is what CMS means. So there should be a page where you can basically update all the details of your portfolio securely. You should log in into your CMS content management system, and then you should be able to update the details in the CMS and everything. So you can create something of that sort. But for the project, it should be very simple. It should only include all the features which I told you. Guys, I said now 1 week, max to max 1 week after the completion of the project. So let me just tell you the date. 20 guys, 20 Jan. That is the last date for the submission of the project. Guys, developer tools may, if you have done any updates in your website. So if you're seeing some website and you did some updates in it with the help of Chrome developer tools, you can't save it, guys. Okay. That's a harsh truth. Whatever you do in your Chrome developer tools is just for testing purposes. It is not persisted. The time you refresh the page, all of that data would be gone. You can't save it. That is for testing purposes. That is for debugging your code, not manipulating the data or manipulating anyone else's website, guys. So that is not savable. Guys, I at this point currently do not have a demo project available for you. Okay, what we created till now, right, is a dashboard type sort of system, right? What you can do is you can take you can simply create something of this sort, a dashboard related system, and you can just take it one step further. You can add pages, you can show a dashboard sort of stuff, with some data, random data, something of this sort. You can even replicate this project, guys, if you want to. Okay, that is also fine. You can replicate this whole project and you can submit that. If you want to create it on your own, you can do that as well. It is on you, whatever you want. Okay. Guys, please look back into the video. You will find out what exactly project you need to build. Okay. Guys, you do not have to copy the code. Okay. Please do not just copy paste this code. I won't accept it. I'll get to know if you have copy pasted the code. Okay. Please don't create it on your own. No, guys, if you submit the project, you get the project certificate, not the attendance certificate. So guys, that is it. I'll not bore you guys more. I'll just simply close it. Yeah, guys, the approach which I told you guys, it is for later, not now. You already know some basics of React. So the project which I told you earlier, that is different. This is the approach which I'm telling you to learn anything or any language, guys. If you're learning web development, first create your own portfolio with that, howsoever it looks. Okay, just create it first. Then learn some more skills. Then then update on that portfolio. Then learn some more skills, do some guided projects, watch some videos, just copy and code with them. There will be some times when you will feel like I am not understanding anything. I'm just copy pasting the code, whatever he is writing. But eventually, gradually, you will start or you will have a pace. Okay, and then you will understand it. But yes, definitely you'll have to apply your brain. But yes, You'll get to know how it works, and then you are ready to build your self project after building few guided projects and understanding the concepts. Okay, this is how you need to approach to understanding or working with web development. Yeah guys, so for example, let's say you created a website and you are updating or editing it in developer tools, then yes, definitely you'll have to copy the code from there and you'll have to paste it in your real code. That is how you'll update it. Okay, I don't prefer, guys, I don't prefer fully coding on you can say developer tools. No guys, it is just for testing purposes. Let's say you created a button and you just want to test ki agar main iska color change kar do to how will it look. That's it. That is it. Chote mote minor changes are good, guys. Don't just start coding into the you can say developer tools. That is a blunder, guys. Don't do that. Guys, if you have not received the previous certificate, right? If you have not received the previous certificate and you have submitted the project, please do one thing. Okay, there have been few requests to me. Do one thing. I have already shared my phone number, right? Message me your details. Message me your name, your email, what certification you did not get. Okay, all those things. And please, guys, if you have really submitted it, if you have attended all the classes, then only message me. Don't waste my time, please, on that. Okay, if you have really attended it, then definitely share with me your details. I will get it verified and you will receive your certificates. Okay, there have been these cases 2 to 3 in the latest, you can say, bootcamp. So yes, that can definitely happen. So please message me directly. Chalega, guys. The project, if it is small, that is fine. No issue. This is a starters project for React. No issue. It just needs to include all the functionalities we have talked about. Guys, if you, the certifications which you get, right? The certificates which you get are on the email, guys. Whatsoever email you have registered yourself with on the form, that is what you get your certificates on. Okay, so you'll receive it. And that is it, guys. I think we should stop here. Yeah, we have talked about a lot of stuff. If you want to see my personal portfolio, right? Okay, just let me just check, guys. I'm not sure if I really have one of them present at this point, but let me just check, guys, if I have one of them deployed at this point. Let's see. If you're lucky enough, then we would be able to see a live portfolio, guys. So guys, this is very weird, but yeah, this is one of them. I don't prefer making it. I want you to make it pretty, you can say, professional, but this is what I created, just like a document format. Okay, this is just a document representation. It simply looks like a PDF file, but no, it is not a PDF file. This is one of the things I've created, but no, you should create your portfolio stylish, which I am showing you. Just give me a sec. I will show you, but where is it exactly? Yeah, guys, you can create something of this sort. Guys, this was my guided project. Okay, so this is what I created after guidance. Okay, so I didn't create it from scratch. I've never created a own portfolio for me because I didn't want to, or really I didn't have to, guys. I already have a strong profile. That is why I didn't need to. But yes, you should create a one. Okay, guys, you can see this is what I created. It has color themes, guys. So this is what I created. It was a guided project, guys. You can see here, and it contains some of my projects which I build on my own. And you can see it has color themes and something of that sort. If you want to take a reference, it is very, you can say, still it contains a lot of details, but if you want to have a reference, you can refer to it. I have shared it, but please use your own imagination. Try to build your own. Okay, and don't need to make it very complex. You can make a simple one. No need to make it very complex. You can start with a simple one and then you can increase it on the basis of the knowledge you gain. So that is it, guys. We will stop here and we will meet tomorrow, the last day, and we'll discuss some amazing topics, guys. Okay, we'll discuss something more interesting in React. And that is it for today, guys. We will continue tomorrow with the rest of it, guys. Bye, everyone. Have a nice day. And that is it, guys. Tomorrow, guys, no, we won't have a holiday, guys. Guys, it is a holiday. Definitely, you might have it for colleges and that sort of stuff, but we won't. Okay, we'll definitely have a class, guys. Definitely, if you're having a normal holiday, fine, you should have a class then on that day. So have a nice day, guys. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue with the rest of it, guys. Bye, everyone.